Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Hey guys, this is Cash with another movie review, and we're going to be reviewing a classic sci-fi action-adventure movie. And this is a classic just because it was released in the year of 1987, and to me, this movie outstands many other action sci-fi flicks from back in the day besides Terminator and everything else. So with that being said, I want to review the first Robocop, the extended edition to that trilogy. So Robocop was a great idea, and whose idea came and went. So what I mean by that is the first movie was creative, it was humorous, insightful, and besides being plenty exciting, from then on, however, it was all downhill. And what I mean by that is, as the two sequels took the series to lower and lower depths. I won't get into detail with that just because I want to review them. So MGM new 3 DVD package, it's like a trilogy, apparently bundles the original Robocop with a number of extra features and everything, and then leaves movies 2 and 3 to suffer a deserved fate on disc that offer virtually nothing besides the film and the scenes. That's it. So with that being said, this is a media break. You give us 3 minutes and we'll give you the world. I'll buy that for $1. Nah, anyways, it's that kind of hyperbole sets that centric tone for the sometimes funny, sometimes cheeky, even sometimes touching, often stirring, and always imaginative Robocop film from 1987. And like I said, it's a sci-fi fantasy thriller. Yet again, this movie not only gives us a healthy dose of Terminator type of special effects and heroics, but it pokes fun at corporate America, which is awesome, the media, inner city violence, consumerism, and the government's attempt to control people's lives and maintain order at any cost, guys. So we have a good director here, director Paul Verhoeven. If I'm pronouncing that right, I'm just gonna say Paul Verhoeven. He's the director of Total Recall, Basic Instinct, and Starship Troopers, as well as Showgirls. So he's done a lot of sci-fi films. And he situates the story in a near future Detroit. So it was filmed in Dallas, actually. That's a little fact for you fans out there. But basically, Detroit has been overrun by criminals, and the process turned over to a private company called OCP, Omni Consumer Products for policy. The company basically figures if it can sell products, it can even govern a city too. But that's besides the point. It seems profit in the bargain. The company is run by two figures, the old man and his second in command, senior president Dick Jones, played by Ronnie Cox. Both guys are sneaky fellows who are only out for themselves. And what I mean by that is they are. I mean, they don't give two shits about anything else. They're cold-hearted, and all they care about is the company and their money. So meanwhile, a cold-hearted flunky of the company, Morden, is almost as bad as the criminals the company is trying to contain. Morden is in charge of the Robocop program, which is competing with Jones's enforcement droid for top billing in the city patrolling department. So that's a whole mouthful. And when Jones' ED-209 goes haywire, Morden steps in with his star. You have 20 seconds to comply. Boom, boom, boom. Kills the guy. It's crazy. What's Robocop for the half-dozen readers worldwide who have never seen this movie before? Well, I'll tell you. He's part human and part robot. A $6 million man of technological marvels. He's the remains of a policeman, Alex Murphy, who is played by no other than Peter Weller, who was also blown away by the city's unofficial crime boss, Clarence Boldicker, played by Kurtwood Smith, and I just call him Foreman, Dad Foreman from That 70s Show, and his gang. Having been pronounced dead, Murphy is transformed into a cyborg, a person dependent on mechanical and electric devices for his survival. So Robocop has the brain and some of the body tissue of Murphy and the computer armor and weaponry of a machine. So he's still a machine, but he also has the memories of his past life. So Robocop also has the fleeting memories of who he was, like I said, which sets the movie apart from so many mindless action yarns that only concentrate on blood and guts. And not only is the Robocop movie a revenge picture, because Murphy remembers who killed him, it's a story of lost humanity, ironic, and really, since Robo is one of the few human characters in this film. So another thing I also like to say is Robocop prime directives play an important function in all three movies in the series. 1. Serve the public trust. 2. Protect the innocent. And 3. Uphold the law. However, there's a fourth directive hidden away in his circuitry that provides the plot with new directions as things unfold in this film. The other major figure in this film is Murphy's new partner, Annie Lewis, played by Nancy Allen. Anne Lewis, played by Nancy Allen. So, a tough cop, but a sensitive human being. She's the only one in the story who suspects that Murphy may be more than a machine, and he may still have his memories. That he may have a soul behind his helmet and breastplate. So, Verhoeven's concept of Robocop owes a good deal to the Terminator. He's a huge fan of the Terminator, which came out a few years earlier, and Weller's acting and voice even look and sound a bit like Arnold's, none of which lessed our appreciation of the movie one bit. So in this director's extended cut, a couple of minutes are added to the original film. Note, changing its rating from R to unrated, apparently because of further violence, and some scenes are indeed plenty violent. And I mean, the rated R film is violent, so I can only imagine what the extra scenes are with the intentional death and the whole final sequence. So I haven't seen it yet, but despite his being hidden behind a ton of makeup, Weller makes a convincing and sympathetic hero. Cyborg or not, the villains are properly evil and cold-hearted, and the storyline's pacing is fast and furious, guys. So figure you'll be getting action as well as TV news commentaries on goofy things happening in the world, and ED-209 accidentally blasting away a OCP executive, which is awesome and very violent, and you get a most entertaining action flick. I would give this film, personally, it's one of my favorites from '87. I'd probably give this film a 5 out of 5 just because it's a classic sci-fi fantasy, and I highly recommend it to any sci-fi action junkies out there. So this has been another movie review with Cash. So I'll talk to you guys.
I'd buy that for $1.